This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
You'll be salivating when you see it.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know if the day was
Fast forward ahead.
The Beezer.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that was good news.
It is the 27th day of March, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. My name is Chris Hockey, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. Here we are on a Thursday. You know what that means? That old sumbitch Tommy Olson's about to burst through the door. No Ben Lieber today. I believe he is in Turds and Tacos, eating tacos and creating turds. I don't know. But we're going to make up for it with some fun stuff. So let's get to a Thursday with some comedy from Eric Campbell. It's International Whiskey Day. Celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. Dance to the music. Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday. Come on in now. I'm glad you're here.
I know what happens. Like girls like those, they like cosmopolitans and chocolate martinis, and that's cool. Like, but here's the problem: it's sweet. You can't taste the alcohol in it. So you can't gauge how up you're getting. See, all of a sudden you get drunk. You don't know why. Next thing you know, guess who's holding your ponytail while you cough up little princess chunks? Just, I don't know how this happened. That's why I stick to whiskey, because every single sip reminds you that it's whiskey. How many times has whiskey been there for you when nobody else has? You're drinking and whiskey goes, see that guy about 80 pounds heavier than you, about 7'5"? You can take him. And like, you're damn right, whiskey. Let's dust this turd. Smash, cry. Two things you got to remember when you're drinking whiskey. One, whiskey is always white trash. It's never fancy. And two, whiskey is in charge. If whiskey says jump, you say David Lee Roth, damn it. You might be behaving yourself, drinking responsibly, and you're thinking, I got to go home early. I got to work tomorrow. Then whiskey chimes in and says, come on, dude, she's not that fat. Buy her a burger. Drive her back to Kakana. It's worth it. It's like you're a thinker, whiskey.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
Finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side.
I love watching Tarzan movies.
You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors.
Baseball opening day, kind of. Sweet 16. Tommy Olson, what else do you need? This is the Power Trip Morning Show. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That is Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. Tommy should be here in a little bit. I saw Parker Fox confirm on Twitter that he will also be here. Remember we were asking yesterday, I assume Parker's back in, and boom, he confirmed he'll be here later as well.
He's a work man.
He's a working man. He cares.
He's a working class man.
He wants to be a part of the bit. Before he takes off for a couple of weeks to go to the Czech Republic or wherever the hell he's going. Must be rough.
Yeah. If anybody's ever done a remix of their record in Czechoslovakia and called it the Czech Mix.
That's pretty funny.
It's clever, but I appreciate it. I'll take the thank you.
Chex Mix is great. The cheddar Chex Mix is the best kind.
Get the cheddar garbage out of there.
No, there's
nuts?
nothing
better. What kind do you like, Cor?
Plain.
The course.
Yeah.
Just loaded with never known quite how to say that, Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Just
like that?
cake it.
You know what I find interesting about you, Corey?
Probably not much.
No, a lot. Have you ever heard Chris Rock's genius bit about how some people love not knowing blank?
Mm-hmm.
You love hating stuff. You love it. You love hating stuff more than you like liking stuff.
No, I love loving things or hating things, right? The extremes. Although, the older I get, the more in the middle I fall. But, man, extreme
Thanks,
used to
Jimmy
be
Eat
the
World.
only way to be back in the day. Now I don't care as much.
Yeah, I can see that being true.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. Used to care a lot about a lot of things. Now I only care a ton about just a couple of things.
Can I ask you guys a question you don't know the answer to?
Yeah, fire away.
Maybe you guys can come up with some good ideas. Or maybe you do know the answer. Maybe I'm not giving you the kind of credit that you deserve. I wish Zach was here to answer this question.
He passed.
Why does what are the earplugs from Apple?
AirPods.
Why do AirPods have to have those tails on them? I hate the tails. They're by far the best ones that I have.
The long ones? Because there's the ones with the long tails and then the kind of short tails.
Yeah,
Do you have the long tail ones?
I just have these tails, but I don't need them to have any tails at all, these.
Yeah, those are like, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
are these long or short?
I think those are the
short.
standard ones. Yeah, those are the short ones.
I don't need those either. What are they for? I don't
Isn't
need
that essentially
tails.
the easiest way to get them back out is just to grab the...
I want them in there.
The tail?
I want to not know for sure if they're ever coming out. That's how far I want them in there. I need to hear my music. I need to rock.
I have a good friend of mine.
I doubt that.
Who is
What is this, Will?
No.
That's definitely not Will. He hates Will, remember?
No, I love Will. Will's great. I just don't have a...
Could you nickname Will Air Fryer?
Yeah, let's call him Air Fryer.
Okay.
Did he use one?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know him during the Air Fryer era. Air Fryers are the absolute
Are we
best.
past it?
No, we're in it.
No,
but
no, I
Will
didn't
was
know it.
pre-AF.
Yeah, pre-AF.
PAF.
PAF, yeah.
Go ahead.
And he's a big headphone junkie. He claims that those Apple AirPods, the ones you have in your hand, are the best headphones you can buy.
Well, let me just say this. I feel so bad when I walk by those homeless Airphone junkies on the street. You know,
they threw their whole lives
Their whole
away
lives
just
away.
for good sound.
Yeah,
and they're like, hey, man, do you want to hear this?
You're like, get lost, loser.
You can't believe the hookup.
Get a job, hippie.
Do you hear the bass on this, though? It's all about that bass.
Oh, God.
No trouble.
Damn, those the headphone junkies are just, they're so sad.
Yeah, it's over
Audiophiles.
for a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I know, they're good. I just hate the tails. I look stupid. And I do like walking around with them in my ears so people don't talk to me. Even if I'm not listening to things.
Yes, I do that at the poker table all the time. And what I've realized is a couple of things. It does deter most people from talking to you, which is okay.
Yeah.
And number two, it reminds me how bad my hearing is. Because when I'm not playing music and I just have them in, it still gives you that like open ear channel where you can still hear just that ambient noise. And I can hear better with the AirPods in than I can without them in. And I'm like, I should just walk around with these things all day long and hear better and be left alone.
I think they have like a hearing aid mode.
I think they do, and there are 4 different modes on mine, and I don't have the cheapest one or the most expensive ones, but where you can like hit noise cancellation or a little ambient noise or that stuff. But I think that there are new ones that have that, you're right.
the Pod Pros or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know if I should play this on the air, but I did this at home, and I was really disappointed in how much of my hearing I've lost, because I have very good hearing for a 54-year-old man.
Especially that's played as many concerts and has been to as many concerts as you have been.
Yeah, like Sarah Jane, I'll be with her and her phone is ringing like beside her head.
Yeah.
I don't know why she always carries her phone in her hoodie. And she can't hear her phone ringing. I'm like, how can you not hear that? So I have very good hearing, compared at least to her. But this test here determines how old you are by when you can hear this sound and when you can't.
We have to do this.
Boy.
We have to do this.
The weird thing is apparently there's hairs. You all know that. There's hairs in your ear.
That audio junkie definitely knew this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilson.
No.
I feel bad. Can we send him money? Is there like a GoFundMe page for the hearing?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's doing fine. But yeah, we can send him money.
Apparently your little hairs fall out as you get older. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just part of dying. You know, the planet doesn't want you here for too long. Right.
Yeah.
And I was really thinking I'm going to hear all this. And I definitely couldn't. Now, I don't know if I should do this on the radio, but it's 5:39. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
So let me see if
What's the downside of doing it on the radio?
maybe there's dogs out there hanging themselves. I don't know. You know, I don't know what this is going to do to people. You mean? I don't want dogs to get a rope.
Yeah.
I like dogs. Most of them.
Yeah, all dogs are great.
Okay, I'm going to hit play.
Except for Winnie.
I'm going to hit play, and please do me a favor. Just say now, real quick, when you can hear it. Because you're not going to be able to hear it. I don't think you'll be able to hear it.
When you can hear it.
When you can hear it.
Okay.
When there's a tone that's there. Because I'm going to hit play. When I say now, I'm hitting play. Tell me when you hear this. Now.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to start again. Tell me when it goes away, is what I meant.
Oh, jeez, because I was like, I'm confused. I heard it immediately. I'm like, what am I missing?
The other one that I did, it was different.
So this one, it's when we can't hear it anymore.
When it goes away.
Say now.
Yeah, because it's going up in frequency.
Okay.
Okay, it's obviously you can hear it. It's gone.
I can still hear it.
I can still hear it.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So mine was gone quite early, quite a bit earlier than yours was. I'll tell you again when mine was gone. And I'm 10 years older than you guys. 7 frequency, 78,000 hertz, 85, 9,000, 95, 10, gone at 11.
Gone.
There. Yeah.
At 12.5.
Yeah.
The younger you are, the longer you'll be able to hear that.
Wow. Corn, yeah. Okay.
So
that makes me feel better.
Oh, God, you and I are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you'd play it and one of us would go, I can't hear it.
That would have been a great bit. If Chris started, God dang it, we should have done that.
Yeah.
If Chris, if like 3 seconds in, I'm like now, and Chris is like now, and Sauce is like I never heard it. We just do it for an entire segment.
Yeah.
Sauce, you might be deaf.
Yeah.
How can you not hear this?
There's no way Parker's listening right now. We'll do that when.
All right, we'll do it. Yeah,
Okay,
we'll do, okay, that's a good idea.
Are you guys hearing anything?
Yeah.
You can't hear that? Oh no.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Parker, you might want to stay back in the Czech Republic and get your ears checked.
Yeah, I want to see now, like if it nailed like how old I am, but this one doesn't have the cool stuff that the other one had. That's weird though. I lost it before you guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, man. The planet wants to get rid of me.
Yeah, you're 10 years older than me, about 12 years older than Sauce.
Yeah.
It makes a little sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also apparently the sooner it goes away, the bigger your penis.
Wow. I still hear it.
This is one of those days I miss Rosie, right? Think if we had this
of course.
hearing test for Rosie in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him forever.
Who, Roser?
Sure.
Yeah.
I hear him all the time. Heard him on with Common yesterday.
Yeah.
It's right when I'm asleep most of the time.
Well, he's on when I wake up, though. That's the thing, is I almost always miss the start of Common show. But then if I'm out running errands and doing whatever, then hey, the legend Mark Rosen joins it too. And yesterday he was talking about Kwesi's press conference and Aaron Rodgers and J.J. McCarthy and all that stuff. It was a weird press conference. Everybody that said that yesterday was correct.
It's very weird.
It's a weird reason to call one.
Yeah.
To not close the door. But still.
I heard he was lonely. Did you guys hear that? He just got sick of not seeing the press.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, let's
Good
hang
to
out.
see all you
guys. Want to
guys.
hang out?
Yeah, because then he's got one in I would guess 2 weeks when they talk to the media about the draft.
And that is the most worthless press conference across the entire sports world. Is why would any of us think they're going to even remotely hint at what they're going to do before the draft?
Correct.
When the whole point is to be as secretive as possible.
Right.
So that's not a Kwesi problem. That's every single GM. They all lie. It's the most worthless one. I'm sure we'll run it here on the Fan.
Of course.
I love it.
Feel free to listen to it. It is straight up
gives me something
worthless.
to talk about, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because there are days like yesterday when I was like, man, I got nothing for you. I had to go in my Tuesday file yesterday.
What's the Tuesday file?
Whenever I have stuff that I don't use, I put it in my desk out there. I've always called it my Tuesday file. Because Tuesdays were always the days when I didn't have much, because Mondays you have the whole weekend, and then Tuesday you're tired and you got nothing to talk about.
Sure.
And so I have a Tuesday file in my desk out there of stuff that I've gone through and that I didn't use on shows. And I say, well, that'll work later.
Yeah.
And that's what, like yesterday, I told you guys that thing about that boat and the had the too many life rafts because of the Titanic thing.
Yeah, how about
Tuesday
that?
That was Tuesday file.
That's my Tuesday file.
Your evergreen file.
There you go. Even though it was
Your
Wednesday.
Cold Harbor file.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a straight day of reference then.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I asked you, Corey, and we don't have to get into it now because we've got.
Please get into it. Please.
You watched Adolescence?
I did.
Adolescent?
You watched the whole thing?
I watched all of it yesterday.
You watched all 4 of
I
them?
binged it. Yeah, I watched
Did it not F your belly up at all?
No.
Really, man, it didn't.
I watched the first 2 and we had to take a break.
I thought it was
unbelievable.
I thought it was fine. This is me again finding a happy medium between great and awful. Mm-hmm. There are 2 or 3 scenes that the acting is like Oscar level, big picture movie worthy, right? Like Stephen Graham specifically in the final episode was unbelievable.
My God, man.
I mean, that guy was just awesome. The 3rd episode with the interrogation room was awesome. Right? There's some moments where you're like, God dang. And apparently that's the first time he's ever acted.
Ever.
Wow.
How do you know those lines?
If that kid is that good already, it's fine. The thing that drove me nuts was the story itself isn't great. I was really disappointed in the actual story, but I couldn't take my eyes off the one-shot factor. The cinematography
is outstanding.
I'm a little bummed out that the story wasn't more dynamic because the acting's great and the cinematography will literally blow your mind going, how the hell did they do this? But I actually got just so distracted by how good the cinematography was, especially in that second episode, Chris, with the school.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did they get off that ledge without changing cameras?
I think it might have been Jesus, you scared the hell out of me. Well, you got me there. I think it might have been a drone.
Oh, you smell good.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the end was the drone.
Remember I told you that? I got to tell you something.
Oh.
He's got to tell me something.
They definitely said the end was a drone.
Okay.
That they transitioned. But again, I don't understand how they do that. What do you transition to? Do you quickly put the camera on a drone?
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
As soon as the show ended,
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
Tommy.
Did he just fart in the machine?
He faked it.
Oh.
Nope. That's not what
I
he was doing.
immediately Googled, like, were there invisible edits? Like, was this essentially trick photography? Were there edits that they didn't show us to cut it up? And according to everything I read, these are all one-shots, true one-shots. That's the most impressive part of the entire series, and it's not even close.
Unreal.
Crazy.
When the cop is chasing the kid,
Yeah. It's awesome.
he's truly out of breath.
Out of breath.
Yeah.
Although that was my least favorite episode, the school one.
I was just taken aback by how, I mean, if schools are really like that, lock them down.
100%. But number 2, if England is really like this, the thing that drove me nuts, it was a little bit like the Batman, how every time Batman came in, I got super annoyed that all the cops would be like, what is he doing here? In episode 2 of Adolescence, these detectives are like, we need to ask you a couple of questions. And somebody would be like, okay. They'd be like, where were you last night? They'd be like, I don't need to answer this. And they would just run off. Everybody just kept no respect for detectives. At one point, they asked a teacher, like, hey, was he a good student? How am I supposed to know? And he just walks away. I'm like, a detective would just let a teacher walk away after 6 seconds?
Yeah.
And that happened like 6 times. So that annoyed the hell out of me. But I couldn't stop being in awe of the camera.
Yeah, it's incredible.
The camera work is so good. It's so good. Like, it is Goodfellas-esque, or the Scorsese, is that the restaurant scene?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Is Goodfellas the restaurant scene where the Scorsese has that really cool, like, one shot that takes, like, minutes? I forget what movie that is. Why do I feel like it's Goodfellas?
Where they all come into the bar after they buy all that stuff with the money?
Remember.
Is it
Even
that?
So, I just cannot believe how they pulled this off. And it sounds like it was months of preparation.
It had to be.
Months.
Yeah.
To get it timed out right and practiced right. And you got, sometimes in the school episode, hundreds of people to coordinate. Chris, the story I read after I watched the final episode last night was almost all of the teachers in that scene were like, what's the film term? Not like directors, but like AD. I think it's the ADs. I think they're called. Essentially, so the second the camera moves away from the class, they would usher kids out and like coordinate. So the teachers basically had to be plants, right? It's like I'm the teacher when the camera passes this room, but as second the camera's past me, I'm going to show you where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to direct you out of here. I can't imagine the coordination. But
that's sweet.
Do you find yourself like looking for someone to make a mistake in the background since it's one big shot?
You know, I didn't, but I would if I watched it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too wrapped up in the story, honestly, but I can see that being something I would do. Yeah.
It's a heartbreaker, but I just thought I thought the actual mystery was going to be more dynamic than it was. But man, the acting's spectacular and the cinematography spectacular.
I wonder if it's because, like, you have young kids. Mm-hmm. None of that stuff they talked about. I was like the cop. I had no idea what they were talking about.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in that stuff.
I had no idea what they were talking about with the incel stuff and
the different
the Instagram
emoji
stuff, the emojis.
meanings. Yeah.
I had no idea about any of that. So that was a mystery to me. That was kind of solving a mystery for me.
Sure,
I didn't know any of that either.
Yeah, if you're a film geek, if you're a cinephile,
wow.
The camera shots.
We're very late.
Unbelievable. More of the Power Trip Morning Show. Tommy's here.
The Fan.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Tommy Olson over there.
Hey, Hugs Daddy.
What up, baby?
Hugs. So Hank's sister's husband.
Yeah, I know him.
Tom Hanks?
No, Mikey.
Hank's sister's husband.
So Mikey's sister, Caitlin, her husband, he is pretty high up at Starkey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they're a hearing aid company here in Minnesota.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He said you guys could all go there, the three of you.
Yeah.
And actually get your hearing tested and do the whole bit, like with their doctor.
100%. Let's do it.
If you guys are in, they want to do
I'll
it.
do it, yeah.
I'm in. I'm super curious.
Can we make that? Because this is one of those things that I'll forget about. Let's make that happen.
100%. I'll help you guys plan it. Like,
Please.
I'll hold you guys
Because it's right
accountable
down the
to
road
do
here, and those people are wonderful.
it. Right. They're great.
Yeah, I'm
Minnesota
curious.
And
company.
maybe we'll get invited next time Elton John comes in.
Well, think about it. How cool would it be?
Because they always
Super
do that,
cool.
man. Their fundraisers are unlike any other fundraiser in the world. Unbelievable.
They have a red carpet, like a legit red carpet.
Yeah. I had one for a while. It was just a personal choice.
Oh, you died?
Now I don't have a carpet at all.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
It's hardwood.
Do you know
Hardwood floors.
every Friday I go top down. That's what I call it. So when I shower,
No, I get what you're saying. You do it every Friday.
No, we get it.
every Friday. So I shave my face every day, no matter what. Razor, and I go up, so it's super smooth. But
That's a good point. You're one of the only people on this show that doesn't have a beard. Well,
Ben doesn't either.
Ben doesn't razor. I've talked to Ben about it.
Beard.
what does Ben do? Just to like
He has the
an
buzzer.
electric bit?
Yeah. So I razor it every day.
Wow, do you
Is
really?
that right?
Yeah.
Full on shaving cream
Well,
and
do
the
you know
whole
what he
bit.
says? Well, my boss says this. Selling's like shaving. Got to do it every day.
That's a good line.
It's so dumb.
Well, it's like you can't. All sales guys can't quote Glenn Ross, right? Or Boiler Room. So you got to come up with your own catchphrases to say. Because now you're saying my boss has this cool phrase. You can't just copy good movie lines,
Right. No, so I shave every day. So does Schmoll. So does my dad. That's probably why I did it.
Sure.
But no. And then every Friday, top down.
Top down. And are we talking?
I'm talking. So I go.
Are you smooth as a baby's?
Oh, sure. I'm razoring. That you got to do it every week,
wait,
or else it gets,
stop.
or else it gets too long.
You razor your
Balls, yeah.
You do not use a razor on your balls.
Yeah, sure do.
Oh,
you put your one. So if you're in a bath, you put your one leg up on the side.
I can
you put your one leg up.
Yeah.
You put your
one leg in,
and then you hold with one.
What?
Kind of stretch it out and just.
Don't you slice? What?
You.
How do you not cut your balls? It's wrinkly, right?
No,
Are your balls not wrinkly?
No, they are.
Hey, Tommy.
Are yours different?
Tommy, there is in the last handful of months, somebody on Twitter, I don't know who it is, it's a listener, I assume.
Sure.
Somebody started an account that's like Power Trip Schedule because we've made so many jokes that we don't know who's on the show.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what bits we've reminded the listeners, hey, we're going to do this next Wednesday, and then we forget. So somebody just took up the mantle and said, I'll be Power Trip Schedule.
That's a tough one.
Right? Like yesterday, they said, here's who we think's on Thursday.
Parker responded.
Said, no, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm beating the guy to the punch, but there's 100% chance now that guy every Friday for the rest of time says Tommy Olson today will be shaving his balls.
Yeah.
Because now that's on the Power Trip schedule. That every Friday is your top to bottom day.
Yeah,
top down.
Top down.
I'm
top
sorry.
down.
But you got to do the chest because then
I've
big guys,
never done the chest. I've never done my chest.
It helps. It helps.
It helps with
keeps your tees looking different.
Yeah, like when because the odd chance I do take my shirt off and then days after that, like it'll look a little bit better than if I had hair on there.
Yeah,
but like the lower stomach region, that's the tough one because like sometimes the 5 o'clock shadow hides your stomach down there, but I just let it rip smooth and then it's smooth all the way down.
I'm sorry, guys. Am I the only one?
Great song.
Am I the only one taken aback by a straight razor? A razor?
No, I'm telling you, it's either
to his balls.
No, but think about it. It's actually more smooth than like using a buzzer down there because the buzzer will clip them, and that's when it really hurts.
Ooh.
If you're using razor, it's smooth.
Do you have any kind of like? Is there shaving cream for your?
I usually like the shampoo.
Do it dry?
Your shampoo that runs down, and you got a little soap down there.
Hello.
There's no chance I'm doing that.
Yeah,
well, I have
I'm
a
not
fusion,
either.
so I have 5 blades.
Yeah, perfect. More
So you have
chances to
5
cut your
blades.
balls.
Yeah, the Gillette fusion.
Soft as a baby's butt.
Oh yeah, you got to be.
Okay.
So,
but you guys,
every Friday,
it hangs more.
Try it. Maybe that's.
I'm telling you, it hangs better that way. Like it looks a little bit better.
Okay.
So every Friday, you are just like the ocean under the moon. Same as the emotion that I get from you.
I don't know. It's something.
Give me your heart, make me real. Make it real, I think, right?
Just
Or else
Amber?
forget about it. No, that's Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas.
Yeah, you were
Great song.
Great song.
God, that was VH1's banger. That was so good.
That song was so overplayed.
So overplayed.
So good,
Not
though.
a bad tune, but man, did they burn that one to the ground.
Burned it to the ground.
Because it kind of fit most formats, right? So it was on so many radio stations.
Cities played it every 15 minutes.
Out of my mind.
Hot loves that band.
That song is great. That's the only song I can think of that has one verse and 3 choruses, and that's it.
Yeah,
Only one verse.
And it was played to the death.
Sometimes I feel like I am drunk behind the wheel of possibilities. I love that line.
That's deep.
So Tommy feels every Friday morning.
Yeah, no, you guys try it. Honestly, try it.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to use
I'm
it.
not either.
I'm telling you what, little C would look so much better.
The sharpest thing that ever gets close to my balls is a fingernail.
Yeah, or some teeth.
Or some teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll see.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, it's not that scary. It's better than a buzzer. Because I used to try it with a buzzer, and then that would clip, and then you're bleeding, and then you're done.
I don't know how you're not bleeding.
How do you not have the...
How do you not bleed with a razor blade?
Because honestly, if you think about it, you stretch it out, right? And then it's nice and smooth.
What's the bit you indoors talk for a while? The Manscaped.
Yeah.
I have one of those.
That's what I
it's
use.
It's A+.
Have you used it on the balls?
No.
Yeah,
but
I do.
It doesn't cut skin. And you got to get, especially when you're dealing with,
well, that's the thing.
pinky toe. You get really, got to get
I go,
real
Seth,
close.
can you grab the tweezers? And I just go grab it.
Yeah.
And you're in.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is delicate. This is real delicate.
It is 601.
It's real delicate. Do you ever get a stray shaft hair?
Oh, it was right because the hair climbs up the shaft a little bit, right? We all can agree to that.
Do you use
So
the
it covers
razor
the whole
blade
thing?
on that?
Sure. I mean,
Oh, my God.
That's the main area.
Do you juggle chainsaws?
Yeah.
No, you got a
Great
daredevil,
point.
are you?
No, you gotta there's not a delicate way of saying this. You gotta kind of
Accordion it.
Yeah, correct. Full staff.
Yeah, okay.
And then you when it is accordioned, then it's easy. It's just straight down shot.
As Paul Rudd says in Anchorman, I'm getting too old for this play.
No, I'm telling you.
I believe you.
I tell you,
you've got it figured out.
Post.
Yeah,
So
that's
once
what
you're
we're talking about.
done shaving,
Yeah,
and the act happens,
yeah,
especially on a Friday,
yeah.
it feels way better. None of that stubble, rough stuff rubbing. It's
Rubbing.
all.
Well, rubbing's racing.
It's like putting what's that hardwood floor cleaner called?
Oh, is it Pine Sol?
Yeah, it's like putting Pine Sol on wood when you're in wax, and it's just smooth.
Smooth up in you.
It's just so much better, and there's all the bodies touching, rubbing, and there's
how do
no
you get
hair
that
gets in the
far?
way.
Does Seth not enjoy chest hair?
Well, that's what led to all this. I used to not do this. Seth was very anti-hair. She probably saw my shirt off for the first time. Jesus.
Were you very hairy?
Not really. Not really. Saucy's seen me with my shirt off in Vegas. It's not bad. Not bad. Schmoll's a hairy bastard.
So one year he showed up and he waxed his whole body.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I sometimes you got to, and then once a month you got to go lower, you know?
Okay, so you're talking about, do you use a blade on your butt crack?
Yes.
That's unbelievable to me.
What?
Like you are Houdini.
No, like
a contortionist.
But like the in between area, the taint area, that's for sure.
You're the great Tom Baldy.
I know a lot of guys that do that. That's a no brainer.
I'm Tom Roberts.
I am too old.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
But then you got to kind of shave the leg area too, or else you just look like a triangle right there in that little area. But
Cora?
You definitely just wish humans didn't have any hair.
No, he wishes he was a lady, so he has
I think he likes to shave.
You watching White Lotus?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I told
so
you.
good!
I told you.
I told you. Car, when you heard the first time you said that, you go, "What's that? What's the name of the show?" I was thinking about cropping those two guys and putting Eddie and I's face.
Oh my god! You need to stop, dude. Come on.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Front page sports. Next Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Yes, sir. Power Trip Morning Show. Hi. Here we are. Thomas Olson.
Hey, Hugs!
Already showing us why Thursday's the best day of the week.
Thanks, Hugs.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm
Hugs,
so glad to see you.
are you watching White Lotus?
I haven't started it yet. I'm
Oh my
excited
God,
to.
so good.
I know. You know what I did start last night? I
What?
mentioned it to you guys in the Power Trip thread.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
It's, what's his name?
The
Corey?
studio, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen and his buddy Evan have written a new show, and it just started this week on Apple TV called The Studio. And Seth Rogen works at a movie studio. By the way, it's a love story to movies, and I love how much you can tell they love movies. But it starts off with Seth Rogen. He's like second or third in command at a movie studio. His boss gets fired, and then he gets catapulted into a position that he's always wanted, but that automatically makes him become somebody he never wanted to be. And it's so well written and so well done. Catherine O'Hara, this is the meatiest part she's ever had, and she's a co-star.
I bet she's great.
She's always great.
Great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the second episode
She's the
is
lady
one
in
of those episodes of television where you're like, it's a Ricky Gervais kind of thing, or even a Stephen Carell kind of thing, where you're like, you almost want to fast forward because he keeps screwing up so badly that you're uncomfortable sitting in your couch, and you're almost reaching for the fast forward button just to get to the end of the episode so you can see that everything turns out okay. That's how uncomfortable it is. And he can't get out of his own way. But it's freaking brilliance for 40 minutes. Both episodes.
For sure watch it.
First two episodes were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rave reviews about that show as well.
97%
People
on
are
Rotten
digging it.
Really well done, man.
Yeah.
And you can, it's a love story to making movies.
What's
it's
it
just
on?
awesome.
Apple.
Apple TV.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I just started Severance.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Oh man, how many episodes in are you?
Well, five or six.
Okay.
It's starting to really. I'm really starting to catch on.
Yeah, and the last couple episodes of season 1 are mind blowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
A lot going on though. You really got to pay attention.
The end of season 1 is the greatest cliffhanger in TV history.
Just about as good as it gets. Yep.
Not better than Jon Snow dying. No. Can't be.
In terms of cliffhangers, I don't know if it gets better than season
Snow?
1.
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never seen it.
Man, he's hot.
Your mic's on.
So, by the way, just for the record, because you said it off there, but you just hinted at it. So Tommy Olson, 2 thumbs up for this season of White Lotus, correct?
Best season so far.
That's what I figured.
I think everything.
I think everybody was guessing that. I just wanted to make sure that Tommy Olson approves of this specific season of White Lotus. Just checking.
It's just so crazy how obviously that's the incest stuff, but like how everything starts to just go in a tornado and it just starts to get crazy. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love White Lotus. So good.
There's so many things I want to say. I haven't even seen it yet, but I know.
What do you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I know that you married Sess.
Oh, dang.
Let's do front page sports.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Hey, Holiday Station Stores.
You're from
Holiday's
a
the
different
best, man.
planet, Tommy.
He's not from a different planet. He goes to Holiday. He loves it.
Oh, I love Holiday.
I love Holiday. Get that bakery meal deal. Zach made fun of me yesterday because I said, ask for that old bakery meal deal. You got to get it yourself, but it's a good deal. A couple of ring donuts and a medium hot coffee. But I like all the donuts at Holiday. I'm a donut guy.
Yeah, the best.
You know they have.
I'm a donut guy. Of course I go to Holiday.
I heard you guys.
You love those guys. I know. Whatever.
You're top 5 guy.
Terrible.
Yeah,
all of them
you're
are
younger
terrible.
than us.
Baby Gronk sucks. They all suck.
Baby Gronk can literally jump out a window. I hate that kid.
Yeah. He's been 12 for 20 years.
Yeah, and he's not good at football. I don't get the bit.
I don't either.
He's awful. He's awful.
Isn't he a little tiny thing?
Yeah, he's in 7th grade, but like his
But he's
dad
been in
has
7th
ruined
grade
him.
for 20 years.
He might be in high school, and he's
he might be a 35-year-old man.
Yeah, he's hideous.
Twins opening day is today. Good luck to the Minnesota
go Twins.
3:15 against the St. Louis Cardinals. Pablo Lopez for the Twins. Former Twin Sonny Gray goes for the Cardinals. Did you guys see that yesterday Forbes put out a list of franchise valuations for Major League Baseball? Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
I heard him.
Tommy, where do you think out of the 30 Major League Baseball teams, where do you think the Twins rank in terms of what their franchise is worth?
Dead last.
Brilliant.
That's not a terrible guess. 23rd at $1.5 billion. That is a 3% change from last year. The Miami Marlins are dead last at 30th at $1.05 billion.
Nobody goes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Who's number 1? L.A.?
The Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
But L.A., though, here's the Shohei thing. Remember when they gave Shohei, what was it, like $700 million?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, whatever it is.
And he pushed it off like 10 years.
Yeah, but think about this from an investment standpoint. Let's say you give somebody like Shohei 6 or 7 or 800 million. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a giant number.
Sure.
The Yankees are number 1 at $8.2 billion. The Dodgers are now number 2 at $6.8 billion, but they were up 25%, which means in a year they increased their value more than they just paid Shohei. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they sold right now, that's still a net win.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
25%?
It went up 25% in the last year. The Red Sox are 3, Cubs are 4, Giants are 5. Ooh, I have a question, but I think I want to wait for Zach. Yeah, I'm going to wait for Zach. It'll be more fun that way.
Who has so Shohei bring their like overall roster to like the highest paid roster, or are the Yankees still first?
That's a good question. The Dodgers probably are close. I know the Mets spent a ton of money.
I think
the Yankees do every year.
Dodgers
Dodgers got to be close.
got to have the most expensive roster.
Yeah, isn't there over under like 100 and something? Like it's crazy good.
Yeah. In fact, a nice transition, Tommy Olson.
Nice.
The Dodgers are at 103.5. Their over under on DraftKings is 103.5. That is the highest since the 1999 Yankees at 104.5. And it's 10 more than any other team this season. On the flip side, the White Sox over-under total is 53.5, which is the lowest total set in over 35 seasons. And it's also 12.5 more wins than they had last year. So even if you're like, that's a terrible number, that would be a 12.5 game improvement from their actual season last year.
What a
They are awful.
And they are 6 games worse than any other team in Major League Baseball this year because Colorado is second at the over-under at 59.5. Wow. But how about this?
Juicy.
These are some juicy stats.
It's fun to gamble. We talked briefly about this yesterday. The DraftKings number for the White Sox is 53.5. Mm-hmm. What side would you be on? Over or under?
No, since you told me last year that
last year they were they won something like 41 games? I think that was the number.
I'd go under.
I would go under as well.
What percentage of the public, according to BetMGM, is on the under?
90.
Ooh. Yeah, high. 80?
The exact opposite. 83% is on the over.
Wow.
Basically
really?
saying last year was so almost historically bad that even though they're going to be terrible, 83% are on the over, that it just can't be that bad 2 consecutive years. Wow. Anybody want action? If you guys want the under, I'll take the over.
How many games? 180?
162.
162. Wow, I mean, yeah. You'll take the over, Core?
Yeah, I'll take the over. I think they can get to 54, which is still an unbelievably terrible year. And I don't really care.
Yeah, me either. Do I really want to bet on the White Sox?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll throw a C note at it. Sure.
All right.
I'll take the under.
All right, book it. I have the White Sox at 54. You have the White Sox at 53 and under.
Perfect. What are the Twins at?
Twins are at 84.5. And as we talked about with John Bonus a couple days ago, as we just mentioned, the White Sox, ridiculously low over-under. Everybody else in the division is right in that kind of low to mid 80s range.
Sure.
So it's just basically we have 4 teams that are all in the same bubble and 1 team in the division that's garbage. So it's who really beats the other 3 teams the most.
Sure.
Right? And then who feasts on the White Sox the most? Because we're all probably going to beat the hell out of the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I guess, does somebody beat them up 2 or 3 games more than everybody else?
Yeah. And it makes sense. Everyone's rated at the 80, like 500 mark or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we're not supposed to have a great team in the division. We just are supposed to have 4
Remember how fun it
average
was?
teams.
Like 2 years ago when we were good again? God, I missed that.
It's coming back. It's this year, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, Chipsy!
We got a great starting lineup.
Do
We're
we?
good, man. Yeah, we do.
Other than
We got our
Carlos
guy
Santana.
Jeffers.
Oh, yeah, Jeffers. We do know some people. We're
We
invested
do,
now.
baby.
That's our guy.
I'm all wrapped up.
I'm not clicking on that.
You're wearing your hat today. Go Twins.
Dude, you got to click on it.
No, I'm not clicking on that.
You gotta
It's
click
like a
on it.
fake
Oh,
link.
look what
On
the
what?
cat dragged in.
Big old TV star Maxie's back.
I didn't know when we were going to see
Yeah.
Maxo again,
Dude,
if ever.
Is that a real shark?
that's a real. These guys
The hell
were
outta
fishing at
here.
Cape Hatteras, and they caught a great white shark off the beach.
Come on.
Yeah, 12-foot
I mean-
long great white shark.
I mean, being a shark survivor, this is hard to watch.
I know you are.
yeah.
I know you are.
And also with you.
Dark shark or?
Great white.
Oh.
Sorry.
But I mean, 12
Sorry,
foot.
Maxo.
I mean, come on.
Maxo!
They say, the headline says fisherman reeling massive great white shark. Tommy, it's a 12-footer.
right.
I mean, get back to me. Right? Jaws was 25.
I do love that they're trying to get it on the beach to get the stuff out of there, to unleash it and let it go.
Yeah.
But it keeps being a great white. So they're trying not to get eat while
How
they're
do you
actually
do
trying
that?
to save it as well.
Right.
You got to watch the whole video. It's pretty impressive.
Terrifying.
Oh, it's terrible. And it's not Jaws. 12 foot's pretty big. I can't believe they caught it off the beach. He's got to be embarrassed, that shark, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just embarrassed.
Oh, he doesn't tell any of his friends about this one.
keep me here.
I told you not to eat that. How many times did I tell you not to eat that? I'm sorry.
Oh, this guy's just horny,
Sorry.
probably.
Sorry.
But to your point, that's the scariest thing about this video is that I don't know how far out the line went.
Yeah.
But this 12-foot great white shark is in knee-deep water, not even chest-high,
Right.
knee-deep water.
Right. And it's off Cape Hatteras, which I've been off Cape Hatteras. That's where you go swimming if you live in Virginia. If you live in North Carolina, that's just where the kids are playing in the water, where that shark lives.
Yeah, Alex Kintner was there.
Yeah.
Now, look,
Half of them's still there.
here's the deal, guys. This is a really good reminder that the great Richard Oaknick once said, if there were dinosaurs outside, we wouldn't go play baseball. Look, the ocean is not for us.
Yeah.
That's why we got out of there, right? That's their turf. You go in there and you're going, oh, this is Hatteras Island, North Carolina. I can swim here. As Chris has said, this is where kids swim. No, this is where kids get eaten.
This is where you go to die.
That is a great white shark's cracker barrel.
Dude, you know what's weird? Like, watching these guys save this great white shark is like watching a Big Mac save me from a car crash. He
That's
must
a
be
great
like,
line.
my food's trying to save me.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
weird.
kind.
What's going on?
What the hell?
And it worked. They did it.
Did they? Yeah, I guess
They did.
it's a long video, but like,
No, they did. They got the hook out of its mouth, and he swam off. Like, I can't believe you guys did that for me. I'll be back to eat you later.
Yeah, send your kids.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's
Heavy ones,
And again,
please.
12 foot doesn't sound very big when you've watched Jaws. That's
Yeah.
a giant fish.
yeah, when you see them
Yeah,
like
it's
holding
huge.
it
it,
definitely eats a little kidder boy.
Oh, 100%. It's in the great white world, though, like 20 is
Oh, great
massive.
point.
Yeah.
So it's this massive great white shark. Well, sure, compared to other sharks,
Yeah.
that's a pretty average sized, I bet, great white shark. But yeah, when you look at it compared to these humans trying to save it,
Yeah.
God,
it's like, yeah, that thing would destroy you.
Hey, Larry.
Absolutely
Larry,
destroy
come here.
you.
Tell these guys, who saved you? Food.
Yeah.
What?
Great
yeah,
bit.
food, man.
Yeah, that's probably
I
what he
was
said.
dying.
Yeah.
and food came out and saved me.
He gets back out in the ocean. He's like, there are 6 idiots.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Whoa. You're telling me they took the hook out of your mouth? They did.
Yeah.
No, there's 6 of them. There's a caniac combo on the beach.
I'm back.
No slaw, extra toast, and those 6 idiots. Let's go. Man,
What the?
obviously, I don't have even remotely the balls on the Cove Momoa scale to try to get a hook out of a great white's mouth. I'm sorry, man. If somebody else on that beach can't save him, this is a dead shark.
Yeah,
I'm not saving that shark.
Yeah.
Look at these
not touch
psychos
it.
trying to
Right.
save this thing.
Like how they're jumping in. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how they're doing that.
Crazy.
Yeah, the guy there, I'm watching him right now. He cuts the wire,
He did.
and that shark's face is a foot from his feet.
Yeah.
Right, his hand could be gone in instant.
Absolutely.
Instant.
And because it's still a shark.
It's a shark.
And the
It's a
shark's
great
like,
white shark.
you're my last meal, sir.
Like literally the biggest alpha in the water.
And how about at the? This is all video, so it's probably frustrating for the listeners. But as they're trying to cut the wire from the shark's mouth, there's 4 idiots behind the shark in deeper water.
Yeah.
It's like, that's where he has to go eventually, right? I know he's facing the beach temporarily, but eventually he's going where you are.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Oh, man. That's terrifying. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Greasy.
What really matters after this? Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan. Hey, Chris, I gotta walk you through what just happened, though. This is a really weird thing that just happened. So, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show, by the way. Look, I know a lot of listeners get frustrated because on Thursdays, Tommy tells stories off the air, and most of them, 99% of them, we can't tell on the air, and it gets absolutely nuts, and people get frustrated. But let me tell you guys, because Chris and Max and Sauce don't know this. Here's what just happened. We just had a commercial break, and for 95% of it, Tommy and I were in this room, just the two of us, having a nice conversation about Tommy's opportunities, broadcasting stuff. You mentioned a meeting to me, and I was like, that's great. And we were talking strategy. You could do this. You could do that. That would be good for your career. That would be good for your career. Try this. Think about this. In the final 40 seconds of that commercial break, you essentially, and I wasn't in that room, I watched you go over there, open the door, do the equivalent of throwing a grenade. And within 5 seconds, Chris got on the mic and goes, I got to go home. So you went from strategizing your career to opening the door. You must have said something in 5 seconds that floored all of them to the point where Chris wanted to go home.
Can I preface this?
What grenade did you just throw in 5 seconds?
To me, this is just as I always say, this is just me, right? And to me, this is my normal. But even telling the story out loud, I start laughing because it's like this is a little different.
So wait a minute. So
little different.
So you walked in and immediately just said, "Hey, I got a story for you guys."
I take a breather. I kind of read the room, and I'm just like, yeah, it's time. Maybe I'll tell them this story. But I don't even know how we were talking about it.
We weren't.
It was a grenade. I watched it happen.
Max's new opportunity, and that happened.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't a grenade, Core. It was a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. You
didn't even have time.
It's time.
I don't know how you did that.
Tell us. You got to say it.
3.
You got to talk about it.
Hello.
You've got to talk about it.
No, I can't. Daddy, I can't.
Otherwise, all of the opportunities we spent most of the commercial break talking about would go away.
Yeah, but it's
well, all right, let's move on though. But here's the thing. We keep asking, when are you going to run out of stories? And again, here's another Thursday. Clearly you haven't, because that was another one that you had in the holster that this group wasn't ready for.
This one's not to deal with anyone else. So like, it's not throwing anyone else under the table. That's the best part.
It's just something that you do that's weird.
Solo. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't believe how serious of a conversation we had, and then how quickly that room absolutely exploded.
It's a nice little microcosm of the power trip.
Pretty much. Paul, your hands up.
We were having the same thing
about Max.
Except about Maxo.
I swear, you guys, it felt like the conversation was done, so I was like, I can fill in here.
It's an obvious transition from Max's TV career.
Max, I'm excited to hear about it. I'm sorry I took over the conversation.
And that sentence you just said does apply to what we were talking about.
Okay, good.
I'm excited to fill in here. Okay, I don't even know what that means. That terrifies me. What really matters is scores and stats around the world of sports, and in between, Chris changes her life with something else. So far, Chris has not gone home, although he does look like he's contemplating reality.
We say it all the time, but this is... He has somehow outdone himself once again.
But again, I think that... I'll just say this. You said every Friday.
I go top down every Friday, correct?
Yeah, but the other thing.
No, the other thing's once every 6 to 8 weeks.
If I did that once in my life, I would immediately call my therapist and say, Doc,
clear your schedule.
Yeah, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to...
There's
not that bad. You're
It's
like
bad. It's because it's not in the confines of your own home.
Sure.
If you said
that's
you...
the whole part of it, brother.
Oh, that's part of it. Said that's a
Okay, all right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh, no.
Wild news presented by
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, right.
Presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Boost your build with Catalyst for free. A Twin Cities contractor, Catalyst is the way to go. Make yourself a Catalyst company. Thanks, Catalyst. All right, tonight is the night. I know a month ago, Zach was trying to be realistic and be like, he's not going to get the record by the time we get to the X. And the rest of us were like, he's on pace. He can do it.
Yeah.
And for a while, his pace was so hot, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility, but he cooled off. And Alexander Ovechkin, when he comes to the X tonight, is 5 away from the record, 6 away from breaking it. So yeah, he'd have to go full on Gaborik here to truly do it. But even so, you get to see one of the 5 best hockey players of all time at the X, still somehow in his prime at almost 40? How old is this dude? Late 30s?
I think
How old's Ovechkin?
Is he older than Sidney Crosby? I don't know Sidney's
I don't
age
know.
either.
No, I don't think so.
It's got to be close.
I'm looking right now. Sorry.
He's 39.
Yeah.
What's Crosby? 37-ish? 8-ish?
Isn't Crosby having some
Sid
sort of
is
record too?
37.
37.
They're both a month.
okay.
They're a
That's-
month
I didn't-
apart, birthday-wise.
Interesting.
So anyway, on Tuesday,
unbelievable.
Ovechkin scored goal 889. So again, 5 away from tying Gretzky, 6 away from breaking Gretzky's record. The Caps have the best record in the NHL. And also, do you remember when the Wild not only had the best record in the NHL in December, but for a long time they had the best road record in the NHL. That now also is the Washington Capitals.
Oh, they're that good.
They're that good. And he has 36 goals, and he missed almost a month and a half with a broken leg. And he still has 36
This is like
goals.
a movie season.
It's just insane how good he is.
Yeah.
He's at a pace now where he is 111 away from 1,000. So if if he wants to,
he could do it.
you could break Gretzky's record and say, I could probably get to 1,000 if I have 2 or 3 healthy seasons. I could do it. I wonder if he just sticks around and tries to get to 4 digits.
Yeah, just go out there on the power play. How he just shoot those.
Yeah,
snaps the whole
Parrish's breakdown of it yesterday was great. How it'll change completely once they get to the playoffs because you can't just leave him out there to sit at the left side of the ice and just shoots.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that in the playoffs. But he is unbelievable, man.
10 games to go for the Wild. 5 are at home, 5 are on the road. What really matters is this.
In the 1950s, the American Boeing Aircraft Company wanted to pioneer civilian jet aircraft with its innovative Boeing 707. As part of its prototype demonstration program, the president of Boeing invited representatives for aircraft manufacturers to Seattle's 1955 Gold Cup hydroplane races to see the 707 in action. The pilot, Alvin Tex Johnston, he was a badass, was supposed to do a flyover. Instead, he treated the crowd to 2 consecutive barrel rolls.
Wow.
In a 707.
Wow.
I'm watching footage of it right now. Nobody could believe it happened. The 240,000-pound Colossus plane pulled off 2 consecutive barrel rolls.
That's badass.
Can you imagine the balls on the first person who said, I think we can barrel roll this airplane, right? You get past the Wright brothers just figuring it out.
Yeah.
I don't know when the first barrel roll took place, but how do you convince somebody, even from a physics standpoint? I don't care if you have all the Matt Damon, Goodwill Hunting guys on the blackboard in the world, and they say, no, from a physics perspective, if you do this at this speed and this angle, well, you could barrel roll this and survive. How do you convince somebody to try it? And how many people died trying to pull it off?
I feel like the second flight after the Wright brothers, someone tried to do a barrel roll. We're dudes.
You are, correct.
There was no science behind it. It's just like, bet I can't.
The Johnny Knoxville of North Carolina.
When we all think
This
of
is
a barrel roll,
707 barrel roll, and I'm Johnny Knoxville.
you pull up, right? And you go backwards to start a barrel roll, right?
Don't know.
Has anyone ever gone?
No, it's like this. This is a barrel roll. Side, wing over wing.
Oh, you just twist?
Yeah, not
shout.
I feel like that's nothing. I feel like any of us
Nothing.
can.
You flip upside down in a plane.
Yeah, you
Don't
saw Tom
say the
Cruise do
second
it and
most
take a
preposterous
selfie.
thing you've said in 15 minutes.
No, if you go that way, that's nothing.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
you're
like-
going upside down.
And you're in a huge plane.
Yeah, I just feel like
I'm just saying, how did they convince somebody to say, we now have a confidence level that is high enough where we think you should try this? And somebody's like, yeah, I got it.
I'm
I'll do
thinking
it.
like roller coaster loop. That's scary.
Sure, and obviously that's Top Gun garbage as well. Somebody had to be convinced to do that first, to go full on loop.
Scariest one would be if you, instead of a roller coaster going up and back down, if you're going straight and you went down and then came back around. That'd be sick.
Man.
There was an engineer in one of the passenger seats, and he took still shots from inside the plane when it was doing the barrel roll. I'm looking at them right now.
Terrifying.
Upside down?
Yeah, upside down. The head of Boeing was pissed. He goes, "Why did you do that?" And Tex said, "You want me to sell these planes?"
Oh, he had a 12-incher.
My God.
Didn't he?
The Sweet
sure he did.
16
I'm
is
sure,
today.
yeah.
There's
I'm
4
sure.
games today. There's 4 games tomorrow. The first game tonight is at 6:09 here in the Twin Cities. Number 2 Alabama takes on number 6 BYU. Then right after that, number 1 Florida versus number 4 Maryland. Then the 2 night games are at 8:39. Number 1 Duke takes on number 4 Arizona. And at 9:09, number 3 Texas Tech takes on number 10 Arkansas. Those are your 4 games tonight. Everybody else plays tomorrow.
So do we do all like all the games down to the Final Four this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
exactly.
or the grade? No, all the way down to the Final Four.
Yep.
this
We'll be
weekend.
down to a Final Four after the weekend.
Then they'll play Saturday, and then the 2 teams left will play a week from Monday.
Okay. It's less fun when it gets down to less teams. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Way less fun.
That's
Yeah,
why
it's
everybody
way
was
better
pissed about last
basketball.
weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend sucked because there was no
Sucked.
upsets, very
Sucked.
few buzzer beaters, very few even close games.
We've been kind of fortunate in the past couple of years, though. It's been like crazy.
Yeah, this year sucked, but normally the first 4 days are way better than the
you're right.
Final Four. More of What Really Matters with Tommy Olson after this on The Fan.
Good luck, Corey. Good luck to you over there.
All right, should we keep going? Try to continue? We'll do more of What Really Matters. Again, no Ben Lieber today. He's on...
What?
I think he's at Rosie's spot the next week and a half.
He's not here?
No.
Well, I'm gone.
But Parker Fox will be here in a little bit. Tommy Olson's
Gonna
already
work
here.
out?
Maxo's here.
Quick shave?
Here's more of What Really Matters. The Timberwolves host Phoenix tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The Wolves have 9 games left, 4 at home, 5 on the road. The Wolves are 41-32. They have lost 3 of their last 4. The Clippers won last night against the Knicks or not? I didn't see the final.
I'm guessing by the standings that they did because they won last night because they are in the 6th spot now.
Man.
Wolves are just a half game back though.
Golden State did not play. They are at New Orleans, 7 o'clock Friday. What really matters is this.
I could wait 10 minutes, but I'm just seeing this for the first time. 6 people were killed when a tourist submarine sank off the coast of the Red Sea resort town on Thursday. It's Thursday now. It's Thursday over there earlier. Those killed were foreign nationals. That's the entire story at this moment. It's a breaking story as we speak. What in the hell is a tourist submarine?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that something I'm just not familiar with?
Oh, what is? Are you saying like
a submarine that tourists get in and then cruise around underwater?
Sure. I guess I didn't know that was a thing that a lot of people had access to, but I guess. I mean, I'm not claustrophobic like you are, Chris, but I'm definitely claustrophobic when it comes to submarines. I'm not interested in that at all.
No, right. I wouldn't. Yeah.
There's a ride at Disney. Tommy, you been to this one? You know what I'm talking about? You're a Disney guy, right? What the hell was that called? It was like it used to be like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then they changed the theme, and I don't remember. Is it Little Mermaid themed? I don't remember.
It now, but no, my parents said that was their favorite ride back in the day. They loved it.
I never got comfortable. I don't like being in that submarine, and that's a pretty big sub. But there's just something about that even I didn't like.
Is it a Nemo thing?
Oh, maybe it is Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's I don't know. I just get a little claustrophobic once it goes underwater. I'm like, I don't want to be in here. This isn't
scary.
fun.
That's scary.
So yeah, that would do nothing for me. But man, what went wrong?
Is again breaking story, so I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear more, but it says tourist submarine sank. Isn't that what a submarine does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe it.
So they're just stuck in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
If it sank, that implies that it filled with water.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Oh my God. It's like U571. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Phenomenal film.
Good film.
I found a website. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I found a website that has like submarine safaris, and it's, I mean, as you can imagine, super expensive too. So these people paid a bleep ton of money, and then the submarine sinks. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's depressing. Why did you bring that up?
Jeez.
I know.
All right, I hope you guys didn't see this because this is too good. All right, so Michael Jordan's game-worn rookie jersey.
Oh, wow.
Sold for $4.215 million. And I hadn't thought about any of this until I saw this yesterday, but they have a whole bunch of experts come in, kind of like on a forensic level. They photo match it. They do everything they can to verify that it's the actual jersey from 1984/1985. And they photo matched it. They are convinced now this might be the only remaining jersey from his rookie year.
Wow.
Jeez.
So $4.215 million. So two-part question. Again, if you saw this, don't guess. This exact jersey, $4.215 million. The last time it was sold was 2009. What did it go for 16 years ago?
Like 16 years ago.
$500,000.
Yeah, I was going to say 1.1.
Yeah, 1.5.
Okay, Max?
I'm going to say like 750,000.
$66,000.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Last time it was sold, $66K, and now 16 years later, $4.215 million.
Damn.
So the jersey market, the memorabilia market, has continued to just explode, and whoever's had this for the last 16 years paid $66,000 and now made $4.215. All right, here's the other trivia part of this. Mm-hmm. I mentioned this is now the 5th most expensive NBA jersey ever sold at auction. I don't necessarily need the year or what it's from. I want the other 4 people in the top 4. Jordan is number 5, and I'm not saying he can't be in the top 4 again. I'm just saying Jordan's 5. Give me the top 4 of all time.
Kobe?
Kobe, yeah.
Kobe has the number 2 jersey ever.
LeBron?
There's no LeBron.
Sad.
Burn the list.
Shaq?
No Shaq.
Magic?
No Magic.
Bird?
No Bird.
The Big O?
Nope.
AI?
Nope.
Man. Dusty?
Nope.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Are these just basketball?
Yes.
Who else would it be?
Anybody say Wilt?
Wilt is 3, and Jordan is 1 and 4. So that's all 5.
Oh, wow.
So Jordan has 1, 4, and 5. Kobe 2, Wilt 3.
Dang.
Wow.
It's crazy that Wilt is even in there.
No kidding. All right, last one. The number 1 jersey of all time was Jordan's Last Dance jersey.
So sick.
From what, the 98 squad? 97, 98? What did that go for in September of 2022? Most expensive NBA jersey ever sold at auction. Michael Jordan's Last Dance jersey. Play along in your cars. September of 2022, it sold for?
5.8.
You were going to guess 5.8 because your number is 58?
15.
Nice hugs.
You're welcome.
6.5.
10.091 million.
Who got it? Does it say?
I believe Dov.
knows.
Dov
Yeah,
wears
Dov.
retro jerseys to
Makes sense.
play roulette in Las Vegas.
And Mr. and Mrs. Lagios, we play it.
Yeah, and
Makes
he,
sense.
exactly. And he brings it to the gathering of the Juggalos because
He
they
would
wear
wear it.
100% he would.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
I know.
You think someone just has that in their house, like just chilling?
Well, I hope it's guarded with a whole bunch of security, but sure. Wow. That's somebody crazy rich that has to display it in their man cave and say that's Jordan's jersey from 98.
Speaking of
Or
MJ
10 million.
and big stuff like this, have you seen like the guy who bought his estate in Chicago is renting it out, and you can rent it out as a VRBO?
Airbnb?
Really? Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How much is it a night? Like $30,000?
Crazy. Yeah, but it's
Maybe
like
more?
it's his big place with like the gym and like everything. It looks cool. I saw that. It's all online.
Wow.
What really matters, though, is this.
Did you guys see the text from John Creasel?
No.
He said he was in a tourist submarine in Hawaii, went down 130 feet to look at the reefs. And
Oh, that
fish.
looks cool.
And it's much bigger than I
Yeah, it looks like an airplane, doesn't it?
It looks like the inside of an airplane. He sent pictures of the inside of it. It looks like a bus or an airplane. You're right.
Did anyone
that,
think-
I might be able to get into that.
Yeah, that's not too scary.
Yeah. I'm picturing like a bobber.
Did anyone think that when we opened these pictures, it was going to be that one guy?
100%.
Crank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it was, to be honest. No, not like that, but he kind of like that. But yeah, exactly. No, but that's not bad.
This looks more like the Disney ride that I was referring to, but it's still it's more claustrophobic than it looks. But yeah, it's not like
the thing from Titanic or like the thing that blew up with Titanic.
exactly. Yeah,
Johnny K, if you would tweet that so people can see it. I don't want to tweet your photos. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I
sweet.
might be able to get into that. I don't know for sure, but yeah, that's not what I pictured at all.
All right, my turn or your turn?
Yours.
J.J. Watt is going to join CBS's number 2 NFL broadcast team to work with Ian Eagle. Charles Davis is leaving. He's going to move to college football in 2026, but I don't think anybody knows what his role for 2025 is yet, Charles Davis. But Davis is out as the number 2 guy. He's going to college football. J.J. Watt.
Well,
now, Sauce, you hate the Kelseys.
yeah.
You hate, what are the other brothers you hate? The Manning brothers.
Lamberts.
The Mannings, though.
Yeah.
Are you sick of the Wattses?
No, I
yet?
love the Watts brothers. I think they're great.
Why are they great, but the Mannings and the Kelseys are annoying?
Because they're good at what they do.
So Peyton and Eli are not good at what
Peyton
they
and
do?
Eli are horrible. No.
Interesting. And Travis and Jason are not good either.
No. How's Jason's show going? Boom, roasted.
Interesting.
I mean, how's it going? Is it on? Did I miss it?
Let's just pump the brakes here. They're brothers. It'd be so cool if Swab and you made it like that high. It'd be sick. Let's support these
You
guys.
wouldn't have to.
No, the Manning brothers, great.
They're doing a show about the Olsen
Kelsey brothers are great.
Yeah, the Olson brothers, great.
Eddie and I have a docuseries on at Max every Sunday night if you want to watch it.
I'm sweating.
No, but you can't rip those guys. The Watts? I
love the Watts.
What?
One of them just made your brother look real bad.
Sure did. Sure did. But no, it's hard. How can you hate the Manning brothers? They're funny. They're good.
No, they're not.
I agree with
I like the Mannings, too.
I can't
They're so
stand them.
charming.
The Manning cast is legit. They're both really good at that.
Right. I think Peyton's
Sauce has
so
never seen
good.
it, so he hates it. He hasn't even seen it.
I've seen some of it. I just like watching.
Why don't you like Jason and Travis? Because they're everywhere?
They're everywhere, and they're brutally annoying.
When are you doing stand-up next?
Let's see here. A week from Friday, sold out.
Oh, hell yeah.
How's Jason's show going? I'm just wondering. Is it still on?
How's Saturdays with Sauce going? Is that still
got
on?
canceled.
What really matters is this.
Genius.
Dr. Harold Frederick Shipman was a doctor in general practice in England and serial killer. I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before. He's considered to be one of the most prolific serial killers in modern history.
Oh, great.
Estimated 284 victims.
Jeez.
Over 30 years. On January 31st of the year 2000, Shipman was convicted of murdering 15 patients under his care. He was sentenced to life in prison without, a whole life order, so he wasn't going to get out. On January 13th of 2004, one day before his 58th birthday, he hanged himself in his cell. Again, named Dr. Death or the Angel of Death, targeted mostly elderly victims in his care by overdosing them fatally with drugs. 284 victims.
So I don't know how that works, but in terms of, if you're targeting elderly people, maybe it's not as suspicious because the elderly people die. So maybe they don't do as thorough as an investigation. But you would think it's like, man, we got one doctor whose death rate is way higher than the rest of this community. Like, you go to this guy and it ends up pretty bad pretty quickly. Aren't there metrics? Isn't there some algorithm going, this guy sucks at his job?
Yeah. We should maybe
even if you don't think he's a murderer. Don't you just say, this guy is killing everybody, even if it's accidental? It's not good here.
Don't they sign
Get a bad
stuff,
Yelp
though?
review. What?
Aren't all doctors protected that way, though? They all sign stuff, like malpractice stuff. Like, I swear they're so protected that way.
Unless you can prove they did it on purpose.
Yeah, this guy is obviously scum of the earth, but like...
You'd think someone would notice after 270 at least.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you...
Pay attention.
He's PRing over there, killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, not good.
He got caught because he forged a will of his last victim.
Ooh, yeah.
And made himself the one of the beneficiaries.
Come on.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Come on.
After the investigation was closed, Shipman killed 3 more people before they
In prison?
No.
What?
They were investigating him.
Oh, while he was still working, he still pulled it off.
Wow.
Did he know they were investigating?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really just like, I got to get a couple more in here because I know I'm going to get busted.
I can't believe there's not been a movie or so. I'm looking to see if there is. There's been documentaries, but no
Well, Sauce,
I've definitely heard the name Dr. Death.
Sauce, how bummed are you that he didn't take out the Manning brothers or the Kelsey brothers?
I don't want him dead.
Are you sure?
Sure sounds like it.
I don't want him dead. I don't want anybody dead.
Not even specifically Jason Kelsey.
No, I do not want Jason Kelsey dead. I don't want that on the record. I hope he lives he has 4 young girls, man. 4 young kids. I don't want him dead.
But you do want his shows to be canceled.
No, I don't want to. ESPN did that on their own.
You'd like his podcast to fail?
No, that's I think people listen to that. I don't think podcasts work.
Yeah, his New Heights. That's a good show.
All right.
The news is next. Max is here. Max, we weren't sure we were ever going to see you again. We'll have to talk about that at some point. We weren't sure. You weren't sure.
You guys thought I'd never come back, huh?
Well, we thought it was possible. We don't know what's going on. You're a man of mystery. But Max is here. Tommy Olson's here. Parker Fox later. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
Yo, what's good? It's Jeff C. from Club 520 Podcast here to share my latest fresh take on the 2025 NCAA Tournament brought to you by Wendy's, the official hamburger of March Madness. This past weekend was a great round 32. I had the best game of the year. Had to be the Maryland versus Colorado State game. It ended with a game winner. It was exciting. Derek Quinn, good shot. Looking ahead to the Sweet 16, I'm really looking forward to watching Arkansas versus Texas Tech. I'm looking forward to it because it's similar styles. They both play hard defense, they both gritty teams, and they play in the post. It should be a battle for the ages. I'm also looking forward to the Duke versus Arizona game. Both elite programs, legendary status. It should be a battle that we all looking forward to. Probably be the game of the night. And when it comes to the Final Four, I'm all in on Duke and Houston. 2 great coaches, 2 legendary programs. Should be exciting for their road to the Final Four. More from me soon, but while you're watching the games, remember, the freshest deal in fast foods gotta be Wendy's. Right now, you can get a junior bacon cheeseburger or a double stack for $1 with the in-app offer and purchase. Again, head to the Wendy's app to grab a $1 junior bacon cheeseburger or a $1 double stack with the in-app offer and a purchase for the freshest hamburger around. Gotta be Wendy's, the official hamburger of March Madness.
Wasabi Technologies is purpose-built to free businesses from skyrocketing storage costs and unpredictable egress fees from those old and top-heavy legacy providers. You know, the big guys. Wasabi is the go-to provider for professional and collegiate sports teams around the world. From Wasabi's AI-enabled intelligent media storage, Wasabi Air, to the industry's only cloud storage service with triple protection against cyber criminals, Wasabi is driving innovation in data storage, all for up to 80% less than those other guys. Try them out for free at wasabi.com.